Hello, and welcome back to Too Many Books. My name is Sean, and today we have a big one in terms of both publication and size. This is an 8-pounder. This, my friends, is God Emperor of Dune by Frank Herbert, as published by Centipede Press. It is a box within a box within a box. Seriously, there were 3 boxes involved in this absolutely massive tome. Excuse me while my pasty white hands touch the cap slipcase and leave behind fingerprints. I do moisturize. It's just sometimes, sometimes doesn't work as well. Just like the first 3 titles, we have a beautiful cap slipcase bound in cloth featuring, is that supposed to be, well, it shouldn't be Leto on this side because Leto is all very much looking like that by the time this novel starts. He's part man, part sandworm, part god, part emperor, featuring inset artwork by Eduardo Peña. We have Ruth Sanderson did the slipcase artwork. She's done the slipcase artwork for the whole series thus far. Got to give her credit where credit is due. Very nice, very sturdy slipcase. Absolutely love it. This one, did the last one have double-sided artwork? For some reason, I feel like the last title had double-sided artwork. Maybe I'm mistaken on that. It doesn't appear to be the case here. Eduardo Peña. There is Leto on the cover. Half man, half sandworm. Well, more so sandworm than man at this point. Same piece of artwork inlaid within the cover. Bound in cloth. Beautiful top edge stain right there. Let us dive in. So, I'm going to try to keep spoilers to an absolute minimum. Unfortunately, some things do need to be talked about, such as the fact that Leto Atreides, Leto II, he's not Leto's Atreides, Leto was, Paul's father, is pretty much immortal at this point. 3,500 years have passed since Children of Dune, and Leto II is fused himself with a sandworm. He has become a God Emperor. This does have a new introduction by David Brin, which somehow actually feels kind of fitting. Oh, we got the pages kind of stick together with, the top edge stain. There is Brad Holland's original artwork. There's the first edition artwork, which kind of looks wrong. Don't like that sandworm. Showing the various different covers within here. David Brin was also the same one who did the foreword to Dune, the first title from Earthling Publications. So now we are going to have our cast of characters here, including Leto Atreides II, Moneo Atreides, Siona Atreides, Ganima Atreides, Duncan Idaho, and this dude who looks like, was that attractive Squidward? Nyla and Shani. So anyways, 3,500 years have passed, and now Leto II, the God Emperor, is basically ruling over Dune. He's ruling over Arrakis with an iron fist. He does still have fists. He does still have arms. One thing that can be said about Centipede's editions is that, man, they go above and beyond. Each volume has a different artist attached to it, showing off different artistic styles, which is just incredible. Apart from, Ruth Sanderson, who did the slipcase for all of the volumes. So I'm going to try to showcase the artwork as best I can here. Fortunately, it is all kind of sticking due to the top edge stain. There is Leto again. Not much man left in him. Arrakis, as you knew it, has changed a little bit. A little bit of terraforming's been going on. And there's a rebellion. There's always going to be rebellions. People rising up against Leto's power. Because he is ruling it with a Machiavellian fist. And God Emperor, it is admittedly where things start to get weird. You know, some people say, oh, just read the first 3 Dune novels. Yeah, but you don't get the full breadth of how weird things are getting until you read the last 3. You know, you have the first 3, and then you have the second 3, where things start getting really weird. And then Frank passed, and his son took over, and, well, there were some very, very differing opinions. Most resoundingly despise Brian Herbert's treatment of his father's work. I haven't read enough of it. I read the original House trilogy, and I'm not going to lie, I actually enjoyed that original House trilogy. And Grim Oak Press is currently working on that original House trilogy. I did not pick up a copy yet, because spending too much on other books, couldn't quite swing for a nice Grim Oak title. But, you know, if I can get it for a nice price, maybe I'll pick up a copy, because I enjoyed it. But God Emperor is one, believe it or not, this is actually one of people's favorites of the whole series. There is an afterword here by Brian Herbert. You know, everyone resoundingly says that, you know, the very first Dune is an absolute masterpiece. That is the best in the series, and there's really no disputing that. It is very well done. It is an exceptional novel, a landmark piece of science fiction. But a lot of people's second favorite novel is God Emperor here. This is the numbered page here. It's limited to 500 copies. This is number 68. Facsimile signature by Frank Herbert. Signature by David Brin. And, of course, a signature by Eduardo Peña. Very interesting signature from him. Very thick cardstock for that page. So there are a number of unsigned copies out there as well. Those who have rights to the unsigned copies should have been emailed by Jared to purchase their own copies. This is going to be a very expensive year for Dune fans, Dune and Centipede Press fans, because this is the first of the 3 novels that are going to be published this year. So Jared had a couple of delays, production delays with his Dune series, and his contract runs out at the end of the year. So these last 3 titles are coming in hot and heavy. So Chapter House and Heretics, they're rolling in pretty fast. So if you want to check out those remaining titles, be sure to subscribe to my channel here. I will do unboxings for the matching 68. Put the whole 6 books together. It's gonna be quite glorious. As I mentioned, I did do unboxing videos for the first 3 books as well. So you have Dune Messiah, and Children of Dune. All worth checking out. Unfortunately, the future titles, like After Dune, for the numbered editions, did get downgraded from the Nabucco Prestige cloth. Just a regular, it's still very, I shouldn't say regular, it's still a very nice cloth for the binding here. But man, that Nabucco Prestige cloth, that thing is outstanding for Dune. Like, it's hard to tell in a video, like, the quality of that. But, like, it's just, Jesus. It's like binding your book in Kevlar. It is impressive. It is one hell of a volume. Centipede Press, Jared absolutely knocking it out of the park, as they usually do. Very excited to see what he does with the remaining 2 titles, to see which artists he brings on board, and to just see, you know, the treatment. It's going to look very similar to these ones, but just absolutely stunning in its own right. And this isn't even the same regular style that Centipede does for many of their other titles. They have a whole bunch of different titles, different trim sizes, different art styles, different binding types. If you wanted to get a taste of those various editions, be sure to check out the playlist on my channel. I have a whole playlist dedicated to Centipede Press and all the various editions I have purchased over the years. Seriously, one of the best publishers in the business. Jared goes above and beyond. And, I mean, these Dune titles are just a high mark on his publishing career, but it is still an illustrious publishing career throughout. Plenty of various titles to check out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I do at least 1 book review a week with plenty of unboxing videos in between here and there, including some upcoming Dune titles. So anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Check out Centipede Press, and we'll see you around next time.